Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Wes.
This is episode 126 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Come on along, everybody. Spend the next hour or so with us talking about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, bike camping, the Loudoun gravel grinder, or just playing bikes.
Like I said earlier, the massive amount of Floyds I put on my body after my shower.
Welcome, Jess.
Hello. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good to
I'm
have
excited
you
to
here.
talk about our weekend.
Cool. And
The Joey-isms of the weekend.
we've got this crazy camera angle, and we're doing the YouTube thing, and I'm glad it all worked. I'm glad we all got all. I honestly don't even remember what I did. I just started clicking all the buttons, and now things work because for folks in the podcast land, we were having some audio difficulties. What are we drinking today, Joey?
Well, I have an old-fashioned.
You need to get off the old-fashioned train.
I asked everyone earlier. Said, I have wine. I have a lot of wine. My wine supply went up like 500% in the last week.
Oh,
I don't drink a lot of wine.
Because people are bringing you bottles of conciliatory wine.
I got a really nice, with a Harry and David like charcuterie box from Seaholm Watches, which is I'm replacing my tool money with watch money. I'm buying 5 watches for all my friends. I'm just kidding. No,
5 watches per
Cha-ching,
friend.
cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's all I think of.
they're pretty expensive, but I do think I want to use what my tools were for a watch, but that's only about half the cost of my tools. Sorry, Jessica. I asked wine. I have a lot of beer. I got bourbon. No one responded.
I thought you were asking for what we wanted,
No,
not what
you don't get a
Correct.
choice. You get what I give you.
I did ask for Gatorade. Half Gatorade, half water.
And did you not get that either?
I did not.
Okay.
I had to
All
get
right.
my own seltzer.
All right. Well, it's okay,
I don't
Joey.
want it to be like a whole couple. I made a delicious dinner before this.
You did. It looked good.
It was good.
You worked
It was
hard on
very
that
good.
salmon.
Oh, it's picking all the
did look
bones.
good.
Salmon steaks taste great, but then I was like, well, Brian needs a drink after the first part of issues.
It's all good.
So I gave you a beer.
It's all good. Jess, what have you got?
I am drinking a seltzer because my half Gatorade, half water did not come over here. But that's fine. Super glad to be here. I'm glad you guys are drinking. I'm kind of disappointed nobody's drinking a White Claw.
I would have a White Claw, but Joey gave me a Flying Dog Bloodline Blood Orange Ale. Now, my preference of order, Jess, just between you and
I'm
I,
ready for it.
just for you and I, would have been, I would have loved to have an old fashioned. Then second choice probably would have been a White Claw. But then I got this beer from Joey. So he gave
All
me
I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize.
No, I was occupied with technology stuff.
What do you want
so.
to switch?
No, I'm good. I'm perfect. I'm happy with my Flying Dog. Let's see.
I got a lion dog underneath me.
I don't have a whole lot of bike stuff to catch up on.
You rode today. Saw
yeah,
you.
yeah. I've been
You
riding
don't
the
want
bike.
to say hi to us, but you said you did. But they're behind the scenes, potentially, we're in the works of Brian on a new rig.
That's true.
That's all we could say.
Is that all we're going to say?
That's all we're going to say.
Well, everybody heard last week where I was
We
talking
talked about it. Well,
We did,
something
yep.
formulated. I actually ordered it already. I got to check. I'm going to order more anyway.
Okay.
I didn't want to miss out.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. So there's some new something possibly in the works for Brian,
It
but
could be
we're
a
not.
Kona. It could be a Trek. It could be a.
I don't mean to step on your toes, but I heard there's a new Jess bike coming too. That's what you
What?
told me today on the ride.
Oh, well, Lori's like, we need to replace Jess's salsa. I joked. I said, well, I joked about turning her Diverge. She needs a new Diverge with more tire clearance. Clearance.
Yep. What's her clearance?
42.
38.
42?
42.
42. She got carbon. You got aluminum. The new Diverge clears like 50. with room.
So the new
The
Diverge,
new Diverge will do a lot. I
clears
talked about Jessica
50.
getting a new Diverge, but then I was like, I was legitimately like, we should get some matching road bikes. That'd be cute.
Well, you want to be all matchy-matchy. Do you like
care.
matchy-matchy?
It really doesn't matter to me.
I'd get like a couple Athos.
Yeah, we put an Instagram poll out of how many people thought my bike was cooler. And I got 57 votes for my bike, and Joey got 3 votes, but I think one was a misclick. So,
Sorry, I meant to vote for Jess, but I inadvertently voted for Jess.
No, they accidentally voted for me. Yeah. they're good.
I think it's the color. I really do. I just think
Have you
it's
seen
the
her
color.
bike lately? I put some bright
Yeah.
orange lizard skins.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean,
And the
it's
freaking neon everything. Like, it's like an 80s bike.
super colorful. I love it. Super, super colorful.
Yeah.
I really do like it. So go to, is it the Mid-Atlantic GTD Instagram have a picture of her bike on it?
I don't know.
You should
I'll
put it on
post
yours.
it.
It's mine, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay.
It's flashy. Like, when we were riding this weekend, I barely have to turn my head to see like the neon orange and green or the neon yellow
To see her
orange
out
handlebar tape.
in the middle of the lane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
On the gravel road, she could take the middle of the road.
No, visible. It's fine. It's fine. We know you wander.
Do we get to talk about this now, or is this like open, or do we have to wait?
Joey, give us your update, and then I want to hear what Jess's take on. Well, do you guys want to just wait and
Yeah.
and do the whole
So,
Loudoun
minus
thing?
Loudon,
Okay.
I rode my All City today. Man, I remember I was talking about the 50 centimeter bars. Mm-hmm. Get back 200.
Oh.
I have about 200 miles in the Kona. I got back on All City today. I was like, oh my god! Now I am getting a little bit of neck soreness. That's why I used all that Floyd's lotion when I got a shower today.
Well, wait. What do you think the next source?
Oh, it's clearly it's
from
like,
that from the width of the
yeah,
bars.
it's just
okay.
change.
Okay.
Even when I used to go from like 40, I used to ride 44s and had neck issues, and 42 is like perfect for me.
Yeah.
And then I got the whiskey bars that have a little flare. They're just perfect, and they were the best handlebars in the world.
But then
I
they
got back on them today. I was like, God, the whole bike felt swirly.
Now,
The All City,
what did the Sequoia have on it?
44 whiskey bars, but the flare, like I had it pretty rolled in, so it was like dialed perfect.
Okay.
They were like the 16, whatever they had. This is like the 6. This is like the road flare where it's barely, you don't notice it until you get in the drops.
So that's going to be something. If my big switcheroo comes in,
You need some new buys.
I need some new buys.
Yeah. Well, I had
Yeah.
those whiskeys for you, and then the shop burned down. They were the same whiskeys I had on my Sequoia.
Wait, the
that
shop burned down?
Oh, yeah, actually, let me tell you about that.
I feel like every time Joey mentions the Sequoia, we should have like a music or dun dun dun
No,
or like
should have a
something,
moment.
like something to add to the
A
Sequoia.
moment of silence.
A moment of silence for it.
A moment of silence. No, I did get back on the All City today. I was like, holy cow. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Maybe like the first little bit of descendiness feels good, but like
Yeah.
everywhere else, the Kona.
Yeah.
Like,
Good.
Like Pete said, the Crux was the one bike.
No.
I'm a little bit of a crotchety old man.
Hey, Max.
That Kona geometry is a little bit more relaxed
Nice.
than the Crux. I don't know, that freaking Kona.
Woo. Hey, Max.
Otherwise, I think Max has a cold. Some
Max.
allergies. I think that's kind of like Loudon was like the biggest thing. We're
Let's do Strava Club and then come back to Loudoun. Let's talk Loudoun.
well, I got non-Loudon. So non-Loudon wise, I talked about.
Could you have anything non-Loudon to talk about?
Yeah,
Oh, go. Okay.
we're going to ride Mishu this weekend.
We are.
I
We
told
are
you that on
very
the phone, yeah.
excited.
Mishu.
Yeah, we're doing an anniversary weekend, considering the shop circumstances. So I got the opportunity. So we got an Airbnb on a farm outside of Gettysburg, like a farmhouse.
You were able to get
I got on Airbnb. Yeah, I had to submit photo IDs and stuff, which I think everyone does nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. They,
Fill out some extra forms. I got on Airbnb, everybody.
they didn't
So
realize
I'm coming
it was
for you. Yeah, rent me your room. No, I got like a whole thing at a farmhouse. Yeah, we're gonna do a 40-mile route I found on the Alex and Chris's Ride with GPS account for.
Did you stalk them or did they send it to you?
I found it first. I just looked up Mishu rides and it was what is their Frederick adventure? What's the Frederick thing
I
called?
can't remember. All I
Base
remember
Camp
is Dirty
Frederick.
Kitten. Base Camp Frederick.
Base Camp Frederick has Ride with GPS page that Max.
He's okay.
He's whining. And I just found it. It's got like 3,800 feet of climbing and like 40 miles.
That's
So
okay.
it's like another 1,000 than what we.
Do we get to talk about this
No, no.
climbing
All right.
now, or do
So-
we have to wait
So
to talk
that'll
about
lead
the
into
climbing?
Strava Club really quick. All right, so Strava Club. top 100 random rider shout-outs, which I never really announced that we do the top 100 random riders. Nate Murray from York, Pennsylvania, with 176 miles.
Good job, Nate.
Matt
Good
Keeper
job, Nate.
from Virginia with 202.
Job,
And then
Matt.
Mary Foster from Winchester, Virginia with 138. We are back down to 131 to make the top 100 for this one.
What was it? It was like 148 last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot. But we went up 3. This is the
Having a
max
tough
episode.
time.
730 from 727. Sorry, now I'm thrown off.
727.
Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
Skip the mustache challenge. I think I'm just going to go ahead and grow it. I don't really care.
Oh, I did announce on the there was the whole thing with Unpaved and Gravel Worlds. And I said if Unpaved got 6,000 followers by this Saturday, we would do Unpaved weekend with just mustaches.
What?
You didn't see that? I tagged you.
No, you see what? I still am Instagram challenged with the whole, like, I try to see the stories and I try to open them up, but I'm too slow and I can't read, like, what all the little crazy
So
words
we get
are.
1,000 something listens an episode. So if there's maybe most of those people already follow Unpaved,
Okay.
well, if we get extras to follow Unpaved and we get like Unpaved's up to almost like 5,100. Now,
So-
if we get 900 more, we're going stashes the whole weekend.
So if Unpaved gets 6,000 or we get 6,000.
Unpaved. They're at
Unpaved.
51.
Our dog is having some problems. I'm so
what an
sorry.
episode this is. Come here, buddy.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So I
rubbing his neck.
Are you going to do the mustache too?
well, this is what I said. I emailed Unpaved and I said, "Do I have to change too?" And somebody said no with a question mark. And now it's starting to make sense because I thought you guys were just signing up for the bigger ride. Isn't
No.
the bigger ride called the mustache?
No.
No.
Oh, then I'm so completely off. But
No.
somebody from Unpaved messaged me back and was like, "No, I don't think you should do that." So now it makes sense. Now it makes sense.
Did you actually ask Dave?
I
if you
did.
should
I
do-
actually have the message. I will pull it up.
If it said that you should get a mustache,
100%, I said that. But now it's starting to make sense.
it's off the rails. It's off the rails. It's okay. It's okay, Max. You know what it is? He's just in this. He's in an odd place.
Yeah. It's a
That's
wild
all
night.
it is.
Um,
It's a wild, crazy night. He's okay.
So
I said, would that mean I have to change too? And they said, don't go changing with an exclamation point. So just in case anybody's here for the record, I also
Okay.
have that.
yeah,
that
I didn't mean
happened.
full stashes in like the 120. I meant full stashes in like
As
mustache.
in, like, mustache. Well, I better start now. I gotta get
It
going.
won't take you long. You have no hair on top of your head now.
No, I know.
I did get my Unpaved kit in the mail today.
How do you like it?
I felt like Father Dave.
Did you really? Good.
I had my POC helmet on, my Unpaved kit.
Nice.
Could have been the Thunder Bear, but no, I'm a little.
Yeah.
It says easy on the eyes, hard on the legs.
That's their,
Yeah,
their
that's their-
shtick.
I know.
Yeah.
but-
Oh, the sleeves. It's a very nice kit though. The Volair, what is that
Yeah,
called?
it
Volair.
was nice.
I never had any of their stuff. The bibs were very comfortable for like the 15 miles we did real quick. Very nice cuffs on the leggings. The sleeves felt really nice on the jersey. I need to fit in the jersey a little better.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all have that
yeah.
problem. The COVID 25. So we need to check and see how many people have joined the Mid Atlantic GTD.
You're saying it's pretty high.
team
Thousands,
on
billions,
Unpaved.
and billions.
Yep. So you guys start in with lay out the whole thing with. Do you have anything else before we go to Loudoun?
I can always talk. Jessica complained. See here, we listened to the Rothrock / Joey Bryan last week on the way home from Loudon, which was an hour and 33, 37.
It's a
Perfect
long-
drive home.
Good.
She's like, "How you doing?" She just yelled at me for talking so much.
You talking so much?
Yeah,
You weren't talking so much. It's kind of what we're supposed to do.
that's what. Well, it is a podcast.
It's our job.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I did sing the whole ride today, which really pissed Jessica off.
Well, he asked me, he's like, "Are you annoyed?" And I said, "Yes." And then he started singing about me being annoyed. And I was like, "Can you please stop?" Like,
All right. So
you guys
Loudon.
go on Loudon.
Mr. Andy Bacon was gracious enough to let us in last minute, opened it up, and then closed it right back off after I was able to go on bike reg. That event was amazing. I didn't realize there was that many people going. Like, we pulled in, and then we're going through Middleburg, like, oh, we actually rode through this town and stuff, and we went past this horse farm and went through, and then, like, it was some equestrian center set up. I don't even know what it's called anymore. Huge field, like, there were 600 plus people there. There's cars everywhere, but it was very well organized to get in. Mm-hmm. And then there was a nice little start shoot, and they were. So I thought the whole staggering people was just a COVID thing,
Right.
You know, everyone was pretty safe, but it wasn't like a whole mask and like 20 feet apart. Everyone had stagger times to spread out the traffic through all the gravel roads,
Right.
with all the neighborhoods. So we had like a 10:30 start time, which means we didn't leave till like 7 something.
So tell me, you said going through the neighborhoods. Did it start by going through like some residential stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it was like the first maybe 2 miles was through residential. And
Barely.
And then you got onto some gravel roads and stuff like that.
Yeah, typical Loudoun. Not like farther north in Leesburg where you have like big house developments you kind of ride around.
Right.
Which you've ridden with me before.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's down towards the plains where it's a little bit more rural. It's just south of Leesburg, but it's a little more rural.
Okay.
So like the first few miles were asphalt, and you do a great descent, but you come back up that climb, which we rode back up that climb when we rode over there last May, which kind of sucked coming back. Not on the Kona, but as soon as you get off that, you do a hard turn over a little creek bed, and you get right on some gravel. So it's like 80% gravel, 20% asphalt. And the asphalt was in the right places.
Yeah, that's nice.
I was so happy when we hit asphalt.
Yeah, she was cheering on asphalt. I'm like, oh, these people are going to think you're crazy.
I know, it was just so nice. Like, I didn't have to like white knuckle it. Like, I was just on a road. It felt nice. But the first very great start, very well structured. Communication was clear with everybody. Andy Bacon was at the front, welcoming riders, saying hi to riders as coming in. It was an overall amazing start.
Cool.
There was no traffic getting in there.
Nope.
Everything was very well communicated. Everybody was very well organized. But we hit the first 10 miles.
Oh, God.
And I feel like we were climbing up one gigantic hill. I couldn't even, I told Joey at mile 5, I was like, I can't do this for 35 more miles. I was like, you just gotta leave me on the side of the road or something.
I was going to. It was fun.
But by the first rest stop was at 8 miles. And we actually ran into Sam Prestige there. He was doing the 80-mile bike ride. And, the rest stops were very well organized, super fun. So first 10 miles were hard.
They were great.
They were very, very difficult. I'm super glad I had all my gears.
Instead of the single speed?
Yes, the single speed would have been very tough.
Yeah.
So
We were all off our game.
we were all off. The dogs barking, the dogs whining. No, the first 10 miles, it was like one gigantic hill.
Now we've got Joey out of the room.
And then we can talk about how at every rest stop, Joey said, "Oh, I love my new bike. Oh, I love my new bike." Right? At every rest stop, he ran into somebody he knew. The first one was the Shimano rep. The second was a mechanic, right?
Joey was the man about town.
The man about town. Like, didn't even care. Like, didn't even care.
Did he like leave you over there at the periphery, at the edge of the rest stop crowd, and he went into the masses?
Right? God, I was looking all over for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I was like, does anybody have any peanut butter? And then I was like, and then there goes Joey with this guy and then another guy. And we were talking about the fire and the rep, it was everything.
So you felt a little abandoned by Joey?
Very much abandoned.
Doggone it.
I know. It was
But that was
super
just
tough.
the first 10 miles though, right?
10 miles were tough. I told Joey to leave me on the side of the road. I also told him if he doesn't let me go faster down the hills, he's going to have to pick me up and carry me up the hill because he was like, watch out. It says there's a hazard. You have to go slow. I was like, no way am I braking because I am not climbing up the next hill. Like that was it. I was not doing the climbing.
Gather as much steam as possible going down so you don't have to worry about the going up.
Right.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. How is Max? We talked all about you.
My biggest thing is Jessica's a very good bike rider. Her bike handling skills are still getting there. And on these swoopy, fast gravel, I don't want her flying over it. I don't want her getting hurt. She has no fear of death sometimes.
Well, I
get a bad rap for saying slow down, but
they sketched me out. I talked about that. There's a
And
fine
she doesn't
line.
understand.
Joey quoted Andy Bacon. Andy Bacon says, "Be careful of the downhills." Andy Bacon says,
not a race.
"This isn't a race." Like
They're serious
ride.
downhills.
It's a ride.
I mean, they're swoopy. They're stuff can wash out.
Did you have turns on the downhills,
Yeah.
or was it pretty much just straight?
No,
shot
it was
downhills?
like back road gravel. Like it's not C&O.
So when you're going, you can even be going around a bend
Yes.
and actually be something on.
You
got
to be careful. We had the
one.
one she dropped a chain on was it's nice. It was really flowy. It was
Little
a little snaky. It was awesome.
I yelled mechanical.
Yeah,
I
but
said mechanic.
You know,
I have it mechanical.
we have to go to. They're not the downhills where you're going to punch it right back up.
Yeah, because you're going to get that little bit
Yeah.
of something in the middle.
Like-
It's going to steal all
Yeah,
of your
it's
momentum.
a climb. It's not like a little like drum point. Those neighborhoods.
You can't really carry that
so
much back
you
up.
can't
in.
carry too much. She has to go to work the next day. You know what? Like
So what was the gravel like though? Was it loose, chunky? Was it?
most of the time, it was packed pretty well. There was a good bit of washboard in some areas. But I mean, I think I was telling you, most of the roads it would beat the crap out of you. You could do on a road bike.
Ooh.
But
do that.
it was, I called it hero gravel because it was very comfortable.
So the real fun happened when it started to rain.
Oh yeah, the thunderstorm,
So
freaking dark clouds.
Yeah, that was when the real fun happened.
How long did that go on?
Probably the last 10 miles.
Yeah.
The last 10 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were in between in between station 2 and 3, and it started like trickling down a little bit, and we were riding into like this black dark cloud.
We just kept
and
going towards it.
Heard at mile 2 or at rest stop 2, everybody's like, "Don't diddly dally too much. We have to get on our bikes because there's a storm coming in."
We didn't. Most people just sat there and partied. Like I don't like sitting too long. Your muscles.
I can't do that either.
So we went. I got my famous Amos cookies. Those in the. And I'm really craving a cookie right now. But we got those.
I'll give you
cookies.
something sweet.
Oh, good grief. See?
So I finished up my cookies. Joey said goodbye to his friend Ben.
Ross.
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 And we started on our next way. And we were riding into a very dark cloud. And then it just started pouring.
Thunder and lightning?
I will
Thunder,
say,
lightning, rain.
Me and Ross have a Sequoia connection. We've been very passionate about our Sequoias. So we had like a moment of silence, kind of bonding.
He still has his, those, right?
Yeah, he has one of the limited edition Jim Murs ones that's like bronze.
And yours
And
is
mine is
melted.
charred.
Yeah, melted. Charred.
Anyway.
Okay.
But yes.
So it started downpouring.
What the nice thing, for the most part, we had like the tree canopy,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
kept a
yeah.
lot of the downpour off of us until there wasn't any tree canopy. But it was nice. I mean, the roads.
The hills weren't as bad. So after the first 10 miles, it kind of leveled out. I felt a little bit
You were just
more
warmed up.
confident. It was tough. It was tough not riding a bike all week and then going out on that first major hill climb. I mean, it was super tough.
Well, I don't want to toot my own horn.
Okay. But do it. Go ahead. Beep, beep.
I felt amazing. Like
Nice.
between me and the bike. So I rode the bike completely stock except for tubeless. Went to Mr. Tom Stewart's house Saturday night and did tubeless. But I rode those 47 WTBs, which were somewhat aggressive. They're kind of like a little bit more aggressive than a Pathfinder, but not much. Between those, the wide bars, like that bike flew up and down the hills. I like climbing. Like I had no issue climbing before, on the heavier bikes, or I didn't like the bike the way it felt. This thing was just so light.
What was the pressure? What pressure did you have in the tires?
So she had 38 Pathfinder 700s, and I ran 650 by 47 WTBs. I think we were both like 40 rear, 35 front, maybe a little less.
Okay.
Not a lot. Like I might have been a little bit lower because of the volume.
That's a really cush ride.
Those wheels. So they're not fast wheels, the 650s.
Yeah.
Not fast at all. But man, the bike felt more nimble, and it was extremely comfortable. Like I've had no pucker factor descending.
It's like confidence. They
Yeah,
gave
but
you
I was
confidence.
thinking my confidence level went up.
Okay.
Um,
How long were the descents? How long did you roll?
we had
Were
a
they-
couple like pretty long ones. I mean,
So the roll. So during the ride, I mean, we don't really get to ride hills that much around here. So when we do, it's a big factor for me. The long climbs, which I heard a lot of unpaved were super difficult for
That's why
me.
we're doing Michu this weekend.
And the rollers weren't as difficult for me, but the ones where it was steep for a long amount of time, it was really difficult for me.
Yeah.
So training on hills is our biggest thing going into unpaved right
That's
now.
why we're going to PA this weekend.
Nice.
And our anniversary, but I guess besides the point.
It's our anniversary. That's why.
So we talked about this last week or the week before. It's good that you got some free time now, and I'm liking this.
Kind of. We might have stuff rolling again soon.
Yeah, but I don't want to call it free time, but it's just your schedule's a little bit more
It's a little weird.
available to you to do some things.
On
And I
certain
like
days,
that.
yeah.
Even today we were able to get out for a bike ride, which is very uncommon
Yes,
for
okay.
us. We would never go out for a bike ride during the school year.
Yeah, right now Tuesday's a weird day
Yeah, it
because
was
the paddle shop's not open.
It was super nice today.
Dealing with a lot more insurance stuff. WTB Ventures.
Is that what you had?
Yeah, those are those tires that came stock.
Okay.
Tubus ready because it's.
What's the verdict on 650?
I loved it. Like, I don't want to ride it on the road at all.
Sure. No, you don't want to do that.
Man, like I am totally fine with just that's my dedicated gravel wheel set.
Really?
I'd probably ride 700 on the towpath and NCR and stuff. But any of that other, I'm 100% 650 for unpaved
Now,
next weekend.
how would you, if you were to take that width and put them on a 700?
There's
how do you think that you would respond to that? Is that worth a shot?
It'd be worth a shot. The Kona will take it. They
Because
can go pretty wide.
Yeah, you might look at it and say, okay, well,
Yeah,
it was the
it'd
width.
almost be like Wes's Fargo.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is the width and the pressure gave
was
you the
width.
comfort, and this you could step up to the 700 and
But
get a little bit more.
That's a lot of turnover on a 700. It would basically be like a 29er by like
Yeah.
1.9.
Yeah.
But I could definitely feel the nimbleness of the 650.
Okay.
I don't know. You'll have to try it.
Yeah, I think it would be an interesting thing to do would be to go out and
Swap wheels.
swap wheels. Yeah, go out and ride like the 650, do a climb and a descent, and then turn around, swap wheels, turn around and do a
I'm
climb
saying
back up
we
and
go
a
on a ride
descent.
together and then we just do that.
Yeah, that would be really fun to experiment, to kind of play around with and change up, and then maybe even do it 3 or 4 times and change up pressure and see how different things handle at different times. But that's hard because you go out on a ride like that and you want to go ride. You don't want to tinker.
All I wanted to do was ride and ride and ride with it. So
yeah,
it was fun. Like the 60 probably would have been overkill for my fitness, but I was like, that was just a fun day. I'm glad we did it.
It was a really great day.
So how did it feel in this age of COVID is canceled?
So
did
nice.
that feel good? I mean, I
It was
experienced.
weird, like the first rest stop, and luckily we were staggered, but we were at mile 8 or so for us, but it was mile 40 for the 80 milers because they started hours before us.
Right.
So everyone kind of finished near the same time. But I was like, there's a lot of people here.
So you felt comfortable? Did you feel
Yeah,
comfortable?
I got super hyped up. Just because people were out, people were at the Raid Aid stations.
Ran into Sam.
We got to see people. We sat afterwards with people at a small table outside, drank beer, ate food. Like, it felt, after having so many races canceled and
It wasn't a race.
after having this
What event? I know
Well,
what you mean.
thank
I was
you.
Andy Bacon said it was not a race.
after having this long, very hard year to train through, just because there wasn't events, it felt awesome. It was,
Yeah.
I rode home and I told Joey, I was like, I can't wait to do another event, just because it felt so great to be with people experiencing that excitement again.
Yeah, that's what my takeaway from Rothrock.
Yeah.
was.
And-
It had
yeah.
that same. It was like
Then we came through the finish line. The goofy, short-haired goatee guy in a GTD jersey was like, "Hey!"
It was so cool to see fellow GTG jerseys out there. It was awesome.
We gotta get
is
Larry
cool.
a jersey.
Yeah.
yeah. And I just was looking. I filtered through the unpaid. That's what I was doing earlier to see how many people have GTD race affiliations. I think Dave was exaggerating. There's not nearly as many. But what I did notice was that Larry is not affiliated with
Holy cow! What's he affiliated with?
Chuck Norris Racing.
Oh well, yeah.
No, he's still got Sick as his registration.
Oh, can we change that?
I don't think I can change it. We could have Dave change it.
Yeah, because you got.
I got you changed
You
once.
got me changed. I was so pissed. I was actually legitimately mad for a while.
Pink Boy Racing. That was.
But
but
yeah,
we
No,
need
yeah.
to-
Larry was there.
So
The storm ran away from Larry.
The store did it?
Yeah.
All we did driving home was say Larry quotes. Like,
Not Larry quotes, just like Chuck Norris, Larry kind of things.
like there was one with the flu vaccine, like, or flu
Oh, well,
something.
you heard it on the podcast.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Dude, Larry got a nice Audi as a rental car.
Really?
It is a swanky Audi.
I was going to add, that's what I was.
And he threw his dirty clothes.
Well, of course he did. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't he?
I expect the best for Larry when people want to give him
So
stuff.
he's. I know. I don't know where he's at with the Ridgeline. We ought to catch up
Told
with
you
that.
there's no vehicles in West Virginia.
So he's just going to have
Have
to
you
keep
been
a
by
rental.
like car lots around here?
Yeah.
Toyota
Yeah.
has nothing.
Yeah.
Subaru had nothing yesterday.
Yep.
So anyway, get a bike, ride it around. We almost hit a deer on
Larry
our bike
said you
today.
were getting soft when.
Oh yeah, Larry said you're getting soft because
Well,
I was
I
like,
am.
oh yeah.
I am.
We were talking about the hotel for unpaved and stuff, and I was like, yeah, you're Brian shacking up. We'll get a room next to each other, and
I want comfort.
I don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
I don't
Give
want
me air conditioning. Give me some nice
Yeah.
White Claw.
Sheets.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking
You
White Claw
know,
on unpaved.
pillows.
I'm drinking some Rusty Rail beer.
Hey, I was in Pittsburgh, and I forgot to mention this. I came across a bar that had Rusty Rail on tap, so I had to have some. I think it was a Hefeweizen, maybe is what they had.
Hopefully they'll get some of those darker beers in October.
Yeah, I'm kind of already looking forward to
I'm
that
ready for
fall
some, like-
window
I've been
campfires
thinking about the beautiful little trees
and people
Yeah.
being around and
yeah,
This
some
is
nice heavy
exciting.
beer.
It's exciting. Let's just hope COVID stays at bay.
Let's
And
hope.
we don't have some crazy. Oh God, we
strain.
didn't. Hope we didn't.
I can't do it again.
jinx it. Oh, could you imagine
GTD
going back to
The first lockdown.
yeah, that kind
I
of
kinda
thing?
liked it.
There's certain aspects of COVID I do kind of miss.
I hated every bit of working during COVID in the bike industry.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't.
but
really
we
get to-
all love online grocery shopping now. Like, I still
don't do it.
online grocery shop, even though I still love faculty meetings on my computer because I can watch TV and mute my computer and just, there's some things that came there are good things that have come out of a terrible situation.
I do. I agree. I think that there's some things that came out of COVID that are takeaways that are going to be good.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope we can actually keep some of the people that picked up the bike,
I
as
agree.
a new thing. Maybe they'll stick around.
Joey,
I'm also hoping that some of those bikes, those really nice bikes, will show up on Craigslist here pretty soon. That's
So-
my other hope.
We didn't say this. It was actually pretty funny. While Joey was waiting for me to climb a hill, he went back and got somebody's battery from their bike.
Oh yeah, I Specialized Creo has the additional battery pack you can put in a water bottle cage.
Right.
I found one on the side of the road. I'm like, well, how come no one picked this up? It's expensive, $700, whatever.
Holy cow!
It didn't work. I put it in my jersey. It didn't work. I didn't get any extra power.
Did you find who it belonged to?
So
Yeah.
So I put
Okay,
it in my
good.
jersey for like 4 miles. I'm riding. It's like yanking down on my jersey. So like I had like a solid B cup going on. Like in the photographer, I was like, man, I look so bad in this. Like if he gets a picture, because it's so heavy. It's
Yeah.
like pulling everything back. I got to the first aid station, and I went up to the Beeline guy. He didn't look too interested. I'm like, hey, I found this. Like this is expensive. If you can either see if someone comes up for it, or take it to the finish line when you're done. Because I'm not carrying it around.
Yeah.
And then like a few minutes later,
Yep.
there's a lady comes up on a Creo and I'm like, Jess, that's the kind of bike that the battery. And she's like, you have my battery?
It was a very cool.
That's cool.
It was
Yeah.
very good.
She was
yes.
doing the 60. She had a couple, she had her Creo out there.
Yep.
It was awesome. She was
Right
doing
on.
the ride.
Right
Yeah.
on.
It was
Right on.
So, and I saved her battery pack. Not like trying to toot my horn, but I was like, how does no one see that on the side of the road?
Well, nobody else knows what it is. I just thought it was a water bottle.
I honestly had no clue
That's
what it
the- that's
was.
the
I
trash
was just
panda
worried
working
about
right
getting
there.
up the hills.
Trash Panda.
Trash Panda to the
Like,
rescue.
Looking at the trash.
I
Also, there was no trash. Like everyone did great.
Everybody did great.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Saw one goo packet.
it's going to happen. I think sometimes you think you get it in your
Yeah.
jersey pocket and you don't. But there's a difference between like one or two that make a random exit because
not
it
like,
didn't go away, and people
dirty
just
cans
sucking
are
them down,
unbound. Yeah.
throwing them down
Yeah.
on the ground because
Yeah.
they know somebody's going to come behind them and clean them
Imbeciles.
up. Yeah.
It's all the roadies that just start riding gravel the first time.
You mentioned something earlier. Are we thinking about doing another run of GTD jerseys?
Yeah, we talked. What was it, yesterday?
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
I need to message Philip. I don't think I'm going to change anything.
No, I don't want to change anything either. I think you can screw around with jerseys too much, and then they're all different. And
Yeah.
then you have 8 variations of your jersey. I think we kind of hit it. It's close. There's some things I probably would say would change on
Hit
it.
it. Hit it.
But
Ow.
I think it came out
Ow.
good, and it's recognizable.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nice seeing them out in the wild.
It is very cool.
So Sam Prestige sent me a picture on our way up, and he just sent it it was Ted, but it was just like his ass in the back of his jersey. I'm like, why don't you ask him like who he is? And then I was like, oh, that's Ted. Like, make it creepy. Tell him you know who he is.
I don't know who it was.
But the Rothrock guy or girl.
My friend Denny
is
last week was doing Gap.
Yeah.
And she sent me a message and she said, I came across somebody that was wearing your kit. Like,
that's so cool.
And I was like, well, who was it? And she never did send me the name. So I don't know who encountered Denny on Gap. I also still don't know.
I was the front line of Rothrock, who that person was, right?
I still don't know who that was.
We listened to the podcast.
We listened to the podcast.
I still don't know who that is. So I really need to, whoever is out there that was doing Gap, that ran into my friend Denny, who I lead tours with ACA. She had a whole bunch of friends. They were all doing Gap. I need to know who these people are.
Hey, Travis.
So, are you guys on the live stream right now? Is there anybody who doesn't wear a jersey like me? Or
What do you
does
mean?
everybody wear? Like, I think as a female, as a little bit of a curvier female, I think jerseys just don't fit me.
You're
right.
curvy in the right places.
Okay. You know,
Gotta make it creepy, don't you,
gotta make it creepy. I don't know.
creepy.
I just don't think. Even Dave Pryor agreed with me, because that's why they started putting out the technical shirts. It's because a lot of females don't feel comfortable wearing jerseys while they ride.
Okay.
So,
But you keep asking me for like machines for freedom and everything.
they're supposed to. They are made for women in the bike industry, where I guess these other jerseys, I'm not sure, are not made for females.
Well, yeah, because they're made in China and everything's
Yeah,
like you
so
got to get
I
an
don't know.
8X to fit a normal sized
Yeah.
person.
That's like Sam and his little Cookie Monster shirt thing.
Yes.
He has like a 5X jersey.
Let's talk to Philip about doing a tech version, like a tech T version.
I want
of
like a Hawaiian
jersey.
shirt version, button down.
Well, no, I'm talking
a
about
button down.
I'm talking about the GTD kit though.
So we did run into, if I may pause you two for a second, we did run into a group of girls with sandals on.
Couple guys.
A couple guys. A group of girls with Hawaiian shirts on.
Nice.
Flip-flops or sandals or something like that. And their big, chunky Goodar glasses. And they were like 8, maybe 10 of them. And they were just chugging along, having a great time, talking to each other. It was super awesome to see that out.
See, that's cool. And that
It was awesome. And they said, clearly we take these things very seriously. You know, like,
I was like, the one time I don't wear my Hawaiian shirt
yeah,
though.
it was awesome to see that out there.
you had to wear your kit. You had to wear your GTD. You
I didn't wear a GTD
You don't
kit.
have to do anything. For Loudoun, what'd you wear?
I didn't wear anything.
Ginger buff.
No.
Is what you wore.
I
I wore my beard.
I don't even know what we're saying.
Well, so no, I think going back
Philip,
to jersey.
Philip did bring up that we could, he had tech tees and stuff from Cutaway.
Yeah, let's talk to him about doing.
Because I'm
another-
really bad at this. Let's see, Philip.
Don't do it now. Don't do it
No,
now.
if I don't do it now, I'm just going to start the email.
Let's see if we can get just a regular run of the jerseys, and let's see if we can't. I like that
we
idea.
ride, we don't run.
No. What? I'm confused. Yeah.
Brian, we were.
We
I'm
what?
laughing already before I start this conversation. When we were all sitting around the nice circle, like bantering back and forth, and having like jokes, somebody did say if Brian was here, we'd have to talk for 20 minutes about this poly blend of t-shirt.
Yeah. it might have been Nadine or Larry.
Hey, y'all can laugh at me with my t-shirt snobbery.
It's a soft t-shirt.
but
They did very
you
well
wear
with it.
them and you go, my goodness, this is
It
comfortable.
was a good t-shirt. Loudon gave a very nice t-shirt.
Yeah, we got some shirts. Mr. Andy Bacon gave us some shirts. Got some
Nice.
nice hats. We got some beer mugs. Dang, I should have had it's all in the back of my car.
It's okay.
We're actually able to put. I know this is an odd episode. I was able to get both our bikes, a pretty decent sized cooler, all our gear, extra clothes is inside the back of the Subaru. I laid everything down.
Nice. So the bikes were inside
The
too?
bikes were
Yeah,
inside.
because I locked
Go ahead,
up.
hon.
I do all the bike prep. I want them locked in. Like I didn't want to do it the morning of.
Yeah.
The muddy part they got was in the freaking parking lot, but we threw them back in the car at the end. And Nadine and we drove by and we're like,
They're like, where are their bikes? Where did they have them? They just had them.
But had the roof
They
rack
were
on,
in the
but
car.
Well, I carried mine in the back. When I went up to Rothrock, I put it in the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
Because if it's just one bike and it's just me in the truck,
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
I would 10 out of 10 recommend the ride to others. and I would 10 out of 10 do the ride again. It was a great event, super well organized. Andy Bacon was super nice. He came to us at the beginning and the end of the ride.
Yeah.
So it was super awesome.
So
I'd love to do the 60 or the 80 next year.
I want to point something out here in the live stream. Travis just commented that my shirt snobbery guilted him into better Grusk shirts.
Whoa.
So all you Grusk wearers, yep, there you go. All you Grusk wearers out there, thank me now because you've got quality. Not that you didn't have quality T-shirts.
I got a lot of Grusk swag,
but now you're good. And Jeff commented that he finally made the top 100 in the GTD Strava
Wow,
Club.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Nice.
Good job, Jeff. You got to put in some serious
I don't think
miles.
I've ever done that, Jeff.
Really? Even in the early days when we had like 10 people?
Nope. That still didn't even make top 100.
There was one time he was going to go out for another ride at
was
night
last
just
week.
for the Strava thing. And I was like, hun, please do not do that. Like, don't be one of those people that just does it for Strava. But he
Wow.
didn't, and then the Strava rides were like up to like 140, 150. I'm like, see, good thing you didn't ride because you would have been super pissed.
Okay, you guys got any more? We got this or that. You guys got any more Loudoun talk you want to
Man,
do?
just that Kona was a freaking...
Yeah.
That I
was a
mean,
dream.
I could line up all the bikes and I could rank them. That sucker is at the top.
Nice.
Probably not the best. It's not the best go fast road bike, but I'm not like that anymore.
See, now I am excited
That
for
thing
you.
is.
Because and let me tell you why. Because he goes through a lot of bikes.
Not late.
No.
Last 2 years I've had the same bikes.
He goes through a lot of bikes, but I've never heard him wax poetic about a bike like he does with this Kona. Even the Sequoia, I did not. You didn't get all gushy.
There's a bond with Sequoia.
Did he get gushy the first or second time when he bought the Sequoia?
well, both of them, but
Sting.
anyway,
But no, he did not. You have not been this gushy about a bike.
no, like
That-
it legitimately just
Yeah. I'm excited.
a
I'm
blast.
super excited for you. With
I
that
did
bike.
think at one point in time I thought I cracked the frame.
When on.
I had like a boulder come up and whack the down tube. It's fine.
Ooh. Remember that one episode we talked about, like, the.
Yeah, I have the 3M. I never put it on.
Okay.
It's on my dresser. Jesse was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's for my frame to protect it," and never put it on. It's good though. Jess probably got really tired of me talking about the bike
Yeah.
that day.
That's
But I
okay.
just loved it. I love picking people off on climbs
Ooh.
that day, and just it was like, wow, it was a blast.
Nice.
And just like we're going
I
down the
picked
road
you off of one. I said, if you don't move out of my way, I'm not doing this again.
on a climb.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe.
It was just a little one, but I
Didn't
was
last
just
long.
so angry.
No, I like I said, I'm not gonna toot my horn, but I was just like, all right, I see these people, and
Joey's
fun.
just that type of person. He doesn't have to train at all. Like for me, like I have to put in
I had to train?
consistent training, like for specific things to do that. Like so, I walked in there with this mindset of like, oh my god, these climbs, blah 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 blah. Joey just keeps pushing through.
I mean, mentally, I want to do the 90. My goal for the year, everyone has seagull. I want to do the 90 at unpaved, and I want to do it well. Mm-hmm. So, like, this weekend was just like the first, like, your first, like, wow, that's what we have to do for like 90 miles. But it's unpaved is a lot more of like steady, none of this punchy little stuff. It's got some punchy little stuff, but I'd rather sit there for like 4 miles.
Yeah. I
Just
agree.
go.
I
And
agree.
we'll find out this week. That's why we're going to Michoud, and we'll go ride up with Dave this summer and Celine and whatever they do up there, and we'll get prepped.
That's the way it
It'll be
works.
fun.
That's the way it works. That's the way
Maybe
it's
we'll
done.
get you a Kona Libre.
Ooh.
She loves her freaking Diverge.
Okay, this or that. This
Yeah.
or that. You don't have them in front. You do have them in
I
front
do.
of you.
I don't like
But you
looking
don't
at them
look.
anymore.
You don't look at them. Jess, ladies first. Joey's next, second. I'll bring it up the rear, and then we'll throw it over to the live stream. I knew as soon
All
as I
right.
said that.
Yeah. All right. I got the live stream up. All right. Let's hear it. What's number one?
Green or pink?
Green.
Just easy green. No.
Green. They say the geniuses pick green.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Joey. What's that going to say about us? Joey, green or pink?
On what?
Oh my god! Just answer the question.
Anything.
Well, there is different shades of both. Straight green, don't like that. It's okay. Like
So, like,
forest green,
like a dark green.
like a forest green or an OD green. Mm-hmm. I'll
Hands
buy
down.
whatever. Like you could put it on a ding dong and I'll buy it.
Okay. Got it.
But there are some nice pink.
Oh my goodness! This is what I'm talking
But
about.
my bike is blue. No, for real.
Green. Hands down green.
Like a forest green with some silver and black on a Cannondale Super 6 that Past Normal Studios made. If I can find one of those, I'll buy it.
Okay.
Jess said I could buy any bike this week.
I would go green too, just because it's more environmentally responsible to pick green over pink. So that's what I would do.
Are you sure?
What color?
What if you're in a flock of flamingos?
I didn't even look at the color of what.
My bike's blue.
No.
The bike bags are blue.
The Wes's quote.
The potential new upgrade for me. What was that color? I don't even know what color it was. What colors are there?
Like a burnt rust or something.
Okay.
It's kind of clean. It grew on me.
Yeah,
It didn't grow on me. It's carbon.
I don't really.
I said too much.
No, it's okay. That's okay. Is it shiny or is it matte?
Matte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well done.
As long as it's matte, I just don't like that. I don't think a gravel bike should be shiny.
No,
Like shiny.
Pretty sure. Like
Well,
speckly.
yeah, but the color doesn't. The color on the Libre, that bike allows it to have the sheen to it, and it doesn't look shiny. You know what I'm saying?
My black and pink S-Works, I've never had that many people come up to me about my bike.
Because it was shiny.
It's black and pink and an
Yeah.
S-Works.
Yeah.
Well, although I had people ask me about my Libre this weekend.
Of course they did.
Let's see. Justin said pink. Jeff said green. Matt said green is brilliant. Travis went with pink. So we're seeing pink Grusk gear this year. I'm excited about that. Yeah. Pete, pink always. Matt, the 90s, both in neon. So he wants the green and the pink together, but in neon.
You guys should see Jess's bike.
Yeah, my
That would
bike,
actually work.
it has a
90s throwback.
It
80s.
is. There's one of a gravel rider was doing the Unbound in this really cool bike that I liked.
Jeff just asked Jess, hey, Jess, is this how all your conversations go with him?
Basically. I got pink on my glass.
Today he started rambling about his heartburn on a ride because he ate a sleeve of pepperoni and he was like, I have heartburn, and then he kept singing that up this hill.
The second item on this or that, Jess, talk or listen?
Listen. I didn't say listen to you, Joey.
The look that Joey just gave you.
Well,
It's okay.
Well, she always does the talking.
I don't want to start any marital issues. So, Joey, talk or
Oh, we don't
listen.
have anything. We're pretty open.
Okay.
Not like that, but we're...
The this or that's are always where it goes a little sideways. Isn't it?
what are we doing?
Talk or listen.
Talk or listen.
I always say I'm like an extrovert or like an introvert, and I don't like to... I just ramble. I will talk to a wall for a day.
The unknown talker.
I'm really bad at talking. Like, I always say I'm not a talker.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you are
100%
a talker. I can never get
I
you
was
to
never
shut
like
up.
that, though. It
Okay.
probably wasn't until the podcast started.
Yeah, I think it's come. You've come out of the shell. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just talking. Just talking.
I love talking.
I like talking.
I know too
Joey
much.
used to talk to me for hours and hours and hours on the phone.
Aww.
Well, in our early days, I'd have an hour drive home. I'd call her when I left Parvella,
It's nice.
and I literally would hang up and walk in the house, and we would continue our
We
conversation.
always used to say his voice was like Animal Planet.
Yeah,
it's
she used to
super
say I'd put her to sleep.
soothing, and it's like
As far as regular
That's
talking,
a great date thing. Joey, you put me to sleep, baby.
yeah. Thanks.
I do love to sleep.
I don't know. I don't like to listen all the time. The less I listen, the less I have to hear. I have to be part of someone's
The
problem.
less responsible
Yes.
you are for somebody else's issue, the less you listen.
There was an incident happened in the parking lot at a place the other day with me, Jeff, Tyler, Dave, and I looked at it and was like, if we don't watch, we're not witnesses, right? Because I really thought something was going to happen. Lady was going to get run over. I'm like, just don't look, guys. It's that easy.
I do the same thing. If you don't notice something, then you
Yep.
don't have to
Don't
be a
pay
party
attention.
to it. Yep. Don't have
So.
to be a party to it.
Yeah.
I like talking, but I also
Oh, you love talking.
I
You're
do.
a smooth talker.
I like to talk.
You are a smooth talker.
So-
We talk about how smooth you were on the podcast last week.
Oh, thank
Just
you.
talking to people and getting to know their stories and stuff like that. It's a very
But I think a big part of talking. Let's open this up a little bit. I think a big part of talking
you
is
can be like a
your
therapist.
ability to listen to what somebody's saying to
Yeah.
you.
have to listen to be able to talk.
What's going on? Justin says he's a chatty Cathy. And Jeff said, we all know Joey's response, but Jeff said he wants to listen. So that wasn't.
I don't know who Jeff Grimm is, but I
don't
love
know.
Jeff.
I feel like he knows you pretty well.
Yeah.
Third item on this or that, a soft fall while sitting still at the start of an event with a bunch of people watching you, meaning, okay, you're just standing there waiting to start an event, and you're clipped in and you just fall over. I've seen it happen. Or you cannot get unclipped and you fall coming into an aid station.
100% can unclip.
Can unclip?
100%.
So the aid station, you feel like you're going to be a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, I would be so excited when we saw the sign that said aid station. Like, I would just be like, Joey, there's an aid station. I would have to ask them when's the next aid station, like, so I can count it on my watch. And Joey's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But it came in handy when the rain came, and I was like, Joey, we only have about 2 more miles until the next aid station.
Has that ever happened to you?
Well, when we first started riding, I used to come back with bruises all the time because I just used to constantly fall down. But it took me like 2.5, 3 years to learn how to clip into a bike. So I would practice like on my apartment, my like 1-bedroom little apartment. I would like try to boost myself up with one hand against the wall and then try to pedal.
She would fall the other way.
I was so bad. I was so bad at clipping in. Like, I never knew how people could just clip in and clip out and it just goes so fast. Like, I just used to watch these people doing like the Tour de Talbot and just seeing all these people clip in and out at like state like red lights would like amaze and fascinate me.
Joey?
Oh, I would start at the fall. Or I would fall at the start. Too much
Rather
bourbon.
than coming into an aid station?
No, at the start of a ride.
The start of a ride.
Yeah.
Just that little soft fall over.
Imagine me taking out Ted King and unpaved and like we're taking a hospital ride
You
together.
could take out the whole aid station table. All the gummy bears would be everywhere. There'd be peanut butter all in your hair.
That
would
I
actually be
would
funny.
do a graceful fall at the start.
I think you could
Set
play
the
off
pace.
you could play off the fall at the start.
I can play off anything.
nerves, but there's more people around, and they're all like the nerves. Everybody's nerves.
You can only
are
do
really
the first
high.
mile of a nice lead out, and your heart rate be sky high and just pull over. That's more embarrassing.
That's the most dangerous part of an event, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is the start, especially if it's a mass start
Yeah.
kind of thing, because you get all bunched up and
Yeah.
you're going slow, and it's really easy because you go to clip in and you're clipped in, and then somebody else isn't quite. And
Dominoes.
yeah, I don't think. I think I could play off the fall at a start a little bit easier than like just rambling into an aid station like a bear in a china shop and just like destroying everything as you come through. Let's see.
Does anybody get like so excited to go to the aid stations?
No.
No. Most of
I
us
usually don't like
just-
stopping. I wouldn't have stopped at our first one this weekend.
They had food, they had M&Ms, like...
I'll still never forget Larry. You want some Swedish fish? He's shoving Swedish fish in his mouth. It's got sugar in it. Sorry, Larry. It was so good to see Larry again. I've talked
was
to him.
so
I didn't know
great.
Larry was going to be there. Like everyone,
It was
so much
great.
fun
Sitting and talking to Nadine and Amanda and...
at a bike event,
I mean, it was just so much fun.
not
Like,
behind the counter.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So who was all repping there? So we had the
You had
two of you.
Nadine, Richard, Ted, Amanda, Jess, Larry, right there, and then Sam Prestige was still on the course.
Yep. And there was 2 other sick people, but I didn't know who they were.
Tom DeSelms
and Tim
Barnes. Yep.
And then Pax Fellow-wise, there was Gabe, Dr. Gabe.
Okay.
And then I was trying to think of Gabe so hard. Michael was out there too. And there's a lot of people. I didn't know everyone. We
That's
just
cool.
signed up. Yeah.
Isn't that nice? I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I felt at Rothrock. Was
Yeah.
just like you kept seeing people and
It was
talking
so
to people.
nice.
Yeah.
And okay, Justin said aid station for sure. Travis said aid station, yelling, coming in hot. No, look out, no brakes. Jeff wants the soft fall at the start. Larry wants an aid station, but he has to crash into the Swedish fish. And it's good to see Larry can actually get some. He's on here with the satellite
Larry's on
Wi-Fi.
here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Matt falling into the aid station. This is my home now. Hey, Dustin, how you doing, buddy?
What was it?
Okay.
There was one last thing, but I don't know.
Yeah. Last item on this or that.
One more.
Yeah, one more. But that was 3. Carbon or steel. Jess is like, I don't know. What you're talking about.
I don't know. I'm
Your
going to
bike's
sound...
carbon.
I don't know it. Carbon? Yeah, I like carbon
Your
bikes.
salsa was aluminum.
My Salsa was aluminum.
We may have done this before, but I really needed.
Well, now I'm going to change
I
my.
guess carbon, right? I like my Diverge.
I've changed all my this or that's over the years.
I know. That's why I threw this back out
We've
there because
changed bikes. We've changed bags.
I got a freaking roof rack on my car.
We changed cars.
bringing the 80s
You have
back.
changed a lot, Joey.
I hate the freaking roof rack. That's why I didn't want to travel 2 hours on the Beltway with a freaking
It's
bike
scary.
on the roof.
It's scary having bikes on the roof. I don't like it. Used to do it. Don't want to ever do it again.
Well, in the past, I would have said steel. But I got a piece of plastic from Kona, and we all know I already love it.
So you're on the carbon train now. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Should we bring back the episode when Joey started talking about his All City? Like, I feel like it was this level of hype. Like,
Nope.
No, it was not
wasn't?
even close. Not even close.
Man.
Not
No,
even
I don't
close.
think you realize.
Not even close. I remember that. I'll go back and dig it up.
I'll do some research.
I didn't spoon the All City like I do the Kona at night.
No, you literally. I mean, it's like it's just oozing out of him.
That's
Kona
just
is
so friggin'
oozing out of Joey.
I
It's
love
like
the
every
Kona.
pore has got Kona pouring
Kona's
out of it.
amazing. It's just a blast.
So carbon,
yeah.
now. Carbon.
It's
now.
good for everyone.
I really I'm concerned about my carbon footprint. So that's why I chose the color green, and so I'm not sure that I should choose carbon. But
That was for the
I'll
bikepacking
choose
side.
Carbon.
So you don't look like a thumb in the woods.
Yeah, I'll choose carbon over steel. I don't have a steel bike right now. I have my alloy Diverge.
I mean, I will
and
choose
everything
steel
else
over
is
aluminum
carbon.
any day.
Steel over aluminum. Okay.
Yeah, but now that I'm back on carbon after 5 years, it's been like 4 or 5 years since I've had a carbon bike. 2017,
Okay.
4 year or whatever that is. I can't do the math.
All right. Let's see what the live stream. Dustin.
They all said Kona.
Maybe for our anniversary, you should write down all the bikes you've been through since we've dated. Since we've been
Why would we do that for an anniversary?
That would be a
5 years.
scary list.
Right?
No, it's
I
not
don't
that
think
long.
he could do it. I don't think he could do it.
So since we've been dating, I had Sequoia 1. I had 3 tarmacs. The first and an LA. I'll just stop there.
that is less than a bike a year.
Well, what happened is I had a regular SL4 tarmac I built up with SRAM Force, and then I found this new color blim option that was like a paint sample, and I threw Dura-Ace Di2 on that with a set of Envies, which was fun. And then Stu was getting rid of his S-Works. I got an S-Works tarmac, and this was all within like a year. And at one point in time, I had an LA 2 with it was the LA race before the sprints. It had nice Revol 40s, CL 40s. And then bear it down, yeah. And then I wanted.
Are you doing
to,
a tally over there?
Oh
Then-
my God.
And then I had the
I ran
mindset-
out of fingers.
They came out with the Diverge came out as a new Diverge, and they came out with the aluminum frame and that bourbon brown. So I traded in
remember
both
that.
my bikes for that one, and I was like, "That's stupid." And then I got the Journeyman and an LA Sprint. And then I got another LA Sprint, which I changed the frames out on. And then we just keep going.
Let's not
And
forget
then we're
about
up
this-
to the
this-
All City, the
Cirrus.
Cirrus was just a bar bike. That
I don't
burned.
care.
It burned.
Yeah. I've run out of fingers.
And then I got Sequoia. So I got rid of the Journeyman because I didn't like
We've
that at all.
only been together for 5 years.
And then
so
I got the
this is-
Sequoia V2. I got rid of the LA Sprint because it hurt on long rides. It was abusive. So then I ended up with the All City. And then I had the All City and the Sequoia for 2 years, a year and a half. And then one of them burned. So I had to get a new bike.
I'm going to give you credit though. You're not a bike hoarder.
No, I don't hoard 'em.
You get a bike.
I flip them.
He
You
flips
should-
them. They're gone.
Flip 'em.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I don't
gone.
spend extra
envy
money.
that.
Oh, I had your Diverge for like a week.
Uh-huh.
I built that up for a solid week with GRX. I rebuilt my Sequoia like 3 times with different group sets before I got to GRX.
Well, let's not even count group sets. Let's not go
Oh
there.
yeah, I had a Crux in there. There was a
that's
Crux
right.
in there.
Is live stream like going crazy right now? Like, is there like the little tickers going off?
There was a Crux in there.
Put those
This
ding,
is why I
ding,
don't feel
ding.
guilty going to Starbucks
But-
and buying a coffee in the morning. This is it.
You were guilty all day today when I said, "Let's get you another coffee." No, there's always room for coffee. So yeah,
Okay, Dustin. I'm going to get to the live stream. Dustin said steel. Right on down the line, though. Everybody else: Justin carbon, Larry carbon, Jeff carbon. Pete wants carbon steel. I guess that's like Superman. Travis, Carbon, Justin, want to remind you about the Crux.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I saw that.
Justin said Sagan Sprint. Did you have a Sagan?
Yeah.
Yep, he did. He did. But we weren't going to ride that one. We were just going to put it on a wall. Like that was the whole time frame of the Sagan.
But I
It's
have
the most fun I've had in a while listening to Joey's bike litany.
But ask how much
Like a sorority girl over here.
like
Passed around the bike
investment wise, I don't. Once you initially get into it, like I don't spend any extra money.
You flip them. You flip them.
I mean,
like a pancake.
The
You flip
S-Works,
them.
I spent a lot of money in the S-Works, but it funded my other bikes
See?
as I sold them.
Yeah.
Like I work in the bike industry. I make a little money every time, except for a pair of Envies. But yeah, that's about
the things that have burned. But
yeah, other ones burned, but I got insurance working on that.
there you go.
Anyway, this is
Okay.
we've talked a while.
We have talked
See,
a while.
I like to talk.
Yeah. You guys got anything else?
Last
anything?
thing though, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I've been so I didn't think about events with not having a cycling computer, but I was able to download, upload, whatever.
You put the
BS.
route on your watch.
It was so easy.
Yeah.
I also don't like having the computer in front of me because I'm like know where I'm at as long as I know where to go. But the course was marked
Very well marked. Like I
Okay.
could have done it without
Yeah.
Joey and still been like knowing
Yeah.
where I'm going.
But this
That's
was
saying a
like a
lot.
reassurance. It had it told me before the turns, after the turns, how much it had to the turns, and it's just like
Okay.
so the
So
watch.
so that worked out well for you then.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I
I was
going to
get like a
about.
5:30 just as like, but so we could share it for events. The freaking if I can get the GXP or whatever. And
I think you can get as much on your phone now too.
I don't have my phone out. I feel like
with my
I
Rootworks
got
bag-
Rootworks magnets for you from Ted.
Oh, nice.
Where
did he get Rootworks magnets?
He made them.
Oh, okay.
Typical.
Good
Ted.
job, Ted.
We also found a whole page of Love You Buy stickers.
Oh, they made it.
We found them in our kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
Cool.
found them.
I need Ted to make some more
Joey said there is a God. He got
Yeah.
my stickers.
because my Conan have it. But anyway, the Phoenix did freaking awesome with
Good.
the ride.
Good.
That was my biggest fear. Not having a marked course, not having a head unit. I grabbed the cue sheet.
Well, now you'll see in Micho how that'll work.
Oh, yeah,
You're
well-
going to follow a route, but it's not
Yeah,
going
and
to be
I will
marked.
pull my phone out, but I never pulled my phone out for maps this
Nice.
weekend.
Nice.
It was great.
I like having my. Well,
Well,
anyway,
this thing's a
doesn't
freaking $1,000 if I break it.
matter. I know.
I mean, so is this, but
I got insurance on that too.
well, yeah.
But the Nittany bags were so waterproof
Really?
Yes.
that I had my phone in my little
and my gummy bears.
in my bag,
Mm-hmm.
and it was downpouring rain, and not a splash of it was on my phone.
Nice.
Like it was out there for what, an hour, 2 hours in the
Yeah.
downpouring rain.
Because we let it sit at the finish line
Yep,
for a
we
while.
let it sit, and I was like, "Ooh, I should probably
That
get
was the
my phone."
pierogi bags.
Yep,
I
they were
still
awesome.
am upset that I know that Evan was at Rothrock and I didn't go over.
We'll
to
see him soon.
Yeah. I want.
They reposted a picture of Joey's bike, and then I said, "Why is it always Joey's bike with a frowny face?" And then they reposted my picture because then I felt better.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Always.
Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of Mid Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Our show, folks, can be found wherever you find your favorite podcast. Joey, how can folks get in touch with us? Or Jess, do you want to do it?
I used Spotify for ours this weekend in the car.
That's smart.
You know,
I
you
use
can
everything.
order Dunkin' Donuts through Apple CarPlay.
Can you really?
Yeah, I got
can.
my tea in there today.
So do you get to skip the line? Because sometimes
You never order ahead?
No.
I do it all the time in Lesby.
Always order ahead.
Oh my God, don't go in there anymore.
Well, I don't go in Dunkin' Donuts, so I don't.
Raspberry lemon sweet tea will
I
change
thot-
your life.
okay, I
All
got,
right, let's see.
I got closed off, and now
All
you're
right.
getting the.
GravelTravelDirt.com if you want to find us. I should probably upload the Loudoun route and put some. Well, I'll give it to Brian. Cover design groups. Instagram at Mid Atlantic GTD, and our phone number, shall you decide to do that, is 410-231-3850. Or if you want to do a soundbite from your phone, email it to us over on our GravelTravelDirt.com website. There's some email on there.
Got a couple of comments. Justin said more Jess, and Jeff wants more Jess too. Keep coming back, Jess.
Oh, I'll stop talking as much.
Mid Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt this week is recorded right here in Joey's kitchen. Thanks for riding along. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Love you, Travis.
Bye. Thank you for listening to all of Joey's bites.
Love you, Travis. Or I meant to say love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Tell Travis I love him twice.